Hi, this is somehow worse than before. So it's been 3 months since Sonic Crossworld released, and I think it's a great game. That's it, that's my video. But how much of a good game is it? See, well, this is gonna be a difficult day today, isn't it? Mario Kart World, Kirby Air Riders, and Sonic Crossworld. Now, of course, Crossworld is the only one I've actually put some time into. I don't want to buy a Switch 2 just yet, there's not enough games. While it would be very interesting to actually compare the three, and that's something I want to do later, if/when I get a Switch 2. We can just talk about Crossworlds today. Let's start with the positive. Sonic Racing Crossworlds feels like an actual main entry in the Sonic franchise, and honestly, that's something I really like about the game. There are more dialogue for this game than there are for Sonic Forces, that's kinda wild. I know this is something not a lot of people might agree with, but I personally am kind of sad there is no story mode, because I feel like with the current team we have, we could have actually had a good story in this game. I'm not talking about something necessarily that would look like Riders, not saying that those games had good story neither, mind you, or Rivals, but I feel like they could have done something, and this game doesn't have one, but what it does have is pretty cool. I love the fact that they brought fucking fighting game intros for a racing game, it's really cool. Grand Prix mode is pretty nice. Obviously you get done with it a bit fast, especially right now that the DLC courses aren't here, but I still had my fun with it. And time trial, pretty cool, pretty based. I like the supersonic speed, even if it's a bit too much for me. And I like that you can actually unlock music that you can play while racing, which I feel like is something that someone wouldn't do. Not throwing shade, but someone wouldn't do it. Race Park is also pretty fun because it's basically it seems Sonic Racing mode. And I'm glad that this is what they kept, like the way they kept Team Sonic Racing's ideas around. Team Sonic Racing's had a lot of interesting things going on, and it didn't end up amounting to much. But I still am happy that they kept it in, and it's a separate mode. It's pretty fun. I do like the team modes in this game. And then you hop into online, and that's obviously when you're gonna spend most of your time. I really like the gadget system. Now, if you haven't heard and you're somehow watching this, what the fuck? The gadget system in Sonic Racing Crossworld is basically a list of abilities you can get. You can get up to 6 slots, and once you have 6 slots, some abilities take 1 or 2 or 3. And I feel like they actually do change up your gameplay style, which is something I was a bit skeptic about. I was scared that it would either be too much changes or too little. They'll be like, oh no, that's too much, I would just like to race, and not actually bother doing all of that. One of the reasons I was very scared of that is actually because of Mario Kart 8 and maybe a bit 7, but mostly 8. I actually hate kart customization in Mario Kart, I'm sorry. It's mostly because it's just a bunch of stats and I don't know how I'm supposed to min-max, and I always feel like something is off, and I'm like, See, when you had like the presets in Mario Kart Wii, I felt way less overwhelmed, especially because Mario Kart I'm most susceptible to playing with my friends in split screen, where Sonic Racing Crossworlds I play with them online. So actually having to do all of that bullshit before you just hop into a split screen game is kind of unfortunate to me. And yeah, I like the gadget system because you just get to make a few presets and then you slap them in, try them out, see if they work. If they don't, you tweak it, and I feel really cool. Sometimes I play really lame presets too. I just play like ring builds or drift builds, like something very boring. But sometimes I get to like try something like, oh, what if I did collision boost when I did some other funky bullshit. I really do like how you can pick a playstyle even if it's absolute inting. I think it's a really plus for the game. When it comes to the courses in themselves, they're not all winners. I have one friend, if he sees Roulette Road in the crossword selection track, he will die. He will die inside, and of course, it is my mission to pick Roulette Road if I'm first. In general, I would say that I like most of the tracks. I really didn't like Mystic Jungle back in the beta, but it got fine after a while. It's just that when I still didn't have really a hang on the controls, it was like, weird. White Cave isn't my favorite crossworld because I just go forward and honestly it works out for me most of the times. I know the map is supposed to be complex and shit, but I just go forward and it works. I am a tiny bit upset at the representation of the games. There's a lot of Sonic Unleashed. There's not a lot of Sonic Colors. They're only in Crossworlds, and I would really like the main track. I feel like Sonic Colors has some pretty cool environments you could have used. I know some other people, probably Sonic Heroes fan, are like, down in the ground, like buried 6 feet under because they got nothing. Now, while I can kind of complain about the course selections, again, I do like racing on them, which is something I could kind of also extend to the characters. The base roster, I feel like, is pretty strong, especially coming from Team Sonic Racing. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. The roster in Team Sonic Racing, which, if you thought about it, should have been strong, because the whole building a team thing, you know, you would want to build a team of 3 characters that you would like. My cat is doing bullshit. It was odd, honestly. It was really odd. Like, the fact that the de facto team for Silver was Silver Blaze Vector? But yeah, base roster in this game, way better. We got the Babylon Rogues, we got the full Chaotix back, we have Cream, you know, pretty good all around. And again, with this game having a strong emphasis on character interactions, at least in solo games, it feels nice, especially because we have finally a good pen behind the Sonic series. I know some people get very heated when it comes to Mr. Ian Flynn, but I'm a Flynn defender. I like his work. That doesn't mean he's flawless, not by any kind of stretch of imagination, but I feel like most of what he does is good, and especially he's really great at making those characters interact and like create fun dynamics between them. I think that's really where he shines more than anything else, honestly. Bitch made me like Zavok. What do you want from me? He actually pulled it off. At this point, I probably owe him some part of my life. Now, this game has quite a bit of post-launch support. There's the free stuff, which is basically a lot of characters that Sega owns, or like they own subsidiaries, or like whatever. And they got DLC characters and maps. First off, kind of a shame that we don't get DLC maps for the Sega characters. Maybe one from Mementos, I don't care. Camarocho would be fun. You could probably make a good Night track, but I actually don't know about Nights in the Dream to do it. Okay, we got the IDW girls, and I would have loved to see something based on IDW Sonic. It would have been really interesting. Monkey Ball. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. And the second greatest shame to me, DLC characters aren't voiced, neither are the pre-order characters. I really don't get it. Okay, there are tiers of not getting it. First tier, not getting that the DLC you pay for isn't voiced. That kind of sucks. Second tier, not getting that the fucking Sega characters aren't voiced. Third tier, not getting that the Sonic DLC characters, like the Werehog or the Sonic Prime characters, aren't voiced. Fourth tier, why is Hatsune Miku the only one that's voiced? Look, I get it. She is literally a voice. She is a voice. It makes all the sense in the world that she is voiced, and I'm happy for her. I love Miku. But about everyone else? I mean, by all means, the other aspects of the character are pretty good. The models are good for the most of them. They get like a little victory theme and a character selection screen that's unique to them or unique to their group, if they're like from the same series. They have little stickers that are very, very cute. I love the Whisper stickers. I love Whisper. But yeah, their animations are pretty nice. It's really just that. And I get it, you couldn't like do the entire rival lineup. No, even then, I kind of think it's a shame. Now I think about it. Like, sure, for all the guest characters like Miku, like Joker, Ichiban, etc., you probably don't want to make the entire voice lines, but you could do just fucking generic ass voice lines in Grand Prix, etc. For the Sonic Prime characters in the Werehog, there should definitely have been the lines. I don't fucking care. It would have been so interesting to see Nine interact with Sonic and Shadow that he knows, with the other characters from Prime that he didn't directly meet, like Amy, Rouge, etc. And from people that he absolutely has no fucking idea exist, like Cream, like Omega, you know? Like Metal Sonic, fuck, 9 and Metal Sonic interacting would have been really nice. Sage and 9 would have been very nice. I'm mostly passionate about 9, I don't really care about Rusty, and I really don't care about Dread. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the characters. And when it comes to the game feeling repetitive, which is one of the big risks when it comes to that kind of game, if you ask me, I feel like Sega really is doing well. First off, the concept of the game itself plays well into that. The whole crossworld bullshit and the gadgets allowing you to change playstyle. Oh, there you are. Yeah, sorry, I heard some noise and I wasn't sure what it was. But yeah, gadgets and crossworlds really help races feel more fresh, even when they're objectively not. Even when people keep playing the same fucking tracks all of the goddamn time. And second, the amount of festivals and new characters, both free and paid that they release post-launch has really been helping. Some could say there's a bit too much festivals online, which are basically, if you haven't played Crossworlds, they're basically Splatfest. You can unlock some rewards that like stay on your account or that you can buy afterwards. Yeah, I think that sometimes they happen a bit too much, and when they happen, they replace the ranked match mode. So yeah, you can only play festival, which isn't that nice. It's kind of a weird thing to do, very Nintendo thing to do, honestly. But regardless, I would say the game is pretty cool to play long term in addition to just playing short term with your friends. And playing short term with your friends is great. Festivals with friends are so fucking fun. Queuing up with your friends and just teaming up and trying to do like the tap boost by colliding with each other to boost, or having someone that makes a build to like get lots of rings and you can just kind of chase the end of round bonus. It feels very nice. I really enjoy playing Crossworlds with my friends. I just really do. It's making me feel excited for kart racers in a way that I haven't been since I've played Mario Kart Wii, basically, which has been a long time. 7 was fine, but I mostly played alone. 8, I never really clicked. And World seems a little, yeah, I'm waiting to see how that story develops. I've heard that they've actually changed up the intermissions and reworked them, which is not a very Nintendo thing to do from Nintendo this time. If I may submit a theory, I would think that if Sonic Racing Crossworlds didn't have as good as a reception as it did, regardless of its sales number, just as good as a reception, they probably wouldn't have bothered. Nintendo seems very fuck up. They want you to have fun, but only in the way that they want you to have fun. Don't you dare have fun otherwise. No. So, I think having some competition on the kart racing genre would be actually cool. Now, would Crossworlds actually manage to put up sales numbers? Probably. Sales numbers comparable to Mario Kart? Fuck no! Even on a fucking new hardware that is quite expensive, I think Mario Kart will clear Crossworlds. But, if Crossworlds manage to beat records within the Sonic series, and actually put up some quote-unquote objectively impressive numbers, regardless of the Mario Kart standard, is what I mean. It would mean something big for the Sonic series, for the Sonic Racing sub-series, since apparently that's a thing, and for Mario Kart too, because it would mean that they're not undefeatable, that someone could eventually rise up to be to their level, and other devs from other fucking kart racing games should actually take some notes, because, I mean, hey, maybe we don't need to be subpar Mario Kart, we could be hidden gem Mario Kart, and eventually be just gem Mario Kart. Now, you have noticed that I've compared Crossworlds to Mario Kart a few times, despite my best intentions. It's because Air Riders, as much as I love Kirby Air Ride, it's kind of hard to compare it to anything, honestly. Maybe it's my knowledge that's a bit lacking, but I don't really know a racing game that's quite like Air Ride. I basically would have felt as comfortable comparing Air Ride to Crossworlds than I would have been comparing like Gran Turismo to Burnout. It's really not the same thing. But yeah, all that to say, if you ask me, solid 8, probably even pretty cool 8.5 out of 10, which is great, which is really cool. I didn't expect it that much. And I really want to get my hands on Air Riders first and eventually Mario Kart World to kind of see like how it compares to just I want the Sonic series to do well. And it's very important that it does well objectively, but I also gotta see what people do elsewhere and see, does it keep up? Are we keeping up? Are we still as good as what other people offer? I don't want to be the kind of fan that just like, how people parody like dads that are way too much into the sports that their kids play, like way more than the kids themselves. I don't want to be that for gaming. There are some people like that, but I care about the series for bad and for even worse. So I want it to do well commercially, and you can't exactly ignore competition to do that. All that being said, I'm really excited for whatever is next. Given that I finally have a MacBook, I can actually play Sonic Dream Team, which is something that I really wanted to review. So expect that sometime. I don't know when. And Frontiers 2, a lot is gonna ride on Frontiers 2. I think that the open zone formula has lots of potential. The characterization of Sonic characters has been really good lately. I'm afraid that like the last time when I felt like characters were this on point was like 06? Oh, that's a terrifying prospect. Yeah, it's the last time I've enjoyed hearing those fucking buffoons talk. And yeah, Frontiers has been doing a lot of reparation work. I would say Sonic Frontiers is less of a story and more of a lore maintenance patch. I can't even be angry at Ian for this because it probably was the mission statement. What I get from Frontiers is basically like, hey, these are the characters, this is the state of the lore, we need them to be here. Can you like bridge the gap? Sure. That's a lot of what I get from Frontiers. And it's a good story, it's good at doing that. I wish it was more eventful. I really like stories like Adventure 2, like a lot of shit happens. And Frontiers was a very character-focused story, which I really like and was really cool for what they did. But then Shadow Generations released, and Shadow Generation was also kind of the same, where it was very character-focused and also very maintenance patch note for Shadow as a character. Which, if that gets us back to a 06 kind of Shadow that is way less angry, cool, I will accept that. But if Frontiers 2 is also that, oh, we brought back, I don't know, Blaze Silver and fucking Cream, and we need to put them back in the cool stuff. No, you can't do that. I'm gonna be upset. I want stories that stand up on their own and aren't just like, oh, we're so back. You know what I mean? In terms of gameplay too, again, Frontiers, very messy game, technically speaking, and in other ways, very cool story, cool way of seeing these characters back to a point that they should be, and enjoyable time, really enjoyable time. Shadow Generations, a very polished game, very cool to see Shadow, process things. And again, it's promising for the future of Shadow and Boost games in general, as it's been a bit of a step up from previous Boost games, especially from Frontiers. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, amazing characterization. It was basically like a murder of Sonic the Hedgehog on wheels, and I loved it. I really like that blend of characterization. Superb gameplay, really love that arcade racer feeling. And now, whatever comes next must stick the landing, and I'm really scared. This is why I'm probably, oh my god, it's been like 2 minutes since I yapped about like the future of Sonic, on a video that's supposed to be about Crossworld. It's because we're having those incremental raises, like little by little, and I'm like, yes, don't fumble it now, gotta cash it in. And for now we haven't, they haven't made a move yet, so I'm like, please don't fumble. But I guess we'll see all of that eventually. Thanks for watching.